Hey folks, PTG, Proxy Table Gaming, I'm Hyper G, your Lucky Sixes.
What up,
Well,
YouTube?
he's Lucky Sixes, you're not.
You're the
somebody
viewer,
else.
the
You're the
cherished viewer.
valued, valued viewer. We both went down the same
I
line.
treasure your friendship.
Friend. Absolutely. We're all friends here, apart from me and my opponent, because we're about to go to war.
Loggerheads.
Absolutely.
And
who is it? It's Dread Elves versus Dread Elves.
Dread Elf off with round 2, man. We've seen us both something off.
Yeah,
Army off.
You were Beast Herds against Beast Herds as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
It's the round of the Civil War. Yeah.
But the big difference.
The big difference.
This is on Warhall.
Oh, well, yes, that is true. It's still refused flank and it still holds centre.
Everything else is the same. Warhall, though.
Yeah, Warhall. We're doing Warhall, which is awesome. My opponent is Amit, who is Team England captain.
Nice, easy round 2 after a big loss.
Just what you want when you've only got 1 point at your first battle against the top-ranked player.
Tough draw, man. Tough draw.
Tough draw. But you can't worry about that. You just got to get on with it and play the game, ain't you?
Just get on with it, bro.
You have. And I'll tell you what, I was actually quite honoured to play against Amit because I'd heard, rightly so as far as I know, that Amit is like a proper gentleman of the game, like one of the most highly regarded players going. And I'm going to give you a bit of a spoiler. After this battle, I could not agree more. He is absolute top-notch bloke.
Good old boy.
Top-notch. Yeah, good old boy. Absolutely. So this is my list.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it before. Obviously, we have got Kuloth and Krasnar. Trying to get their names right. Yeah, I need to add that into the screenshot, really, don't I? So, yeah. And they're coming to play. And obviously, I got a bit of a pasting in round 1. So I don't really want to talk too much about how things are doing because everything just got decimated. So we'll see how they get on
died
this
to Empire
one,
shooting.
really. Pretty much, and magic, yeah. But Amit's playing a list which he has said is a bit of a fun list. He doesn't think it's massively competitive. Obviously, he lost his first game in the round in the tournament, so that suggests he was right. But also, he did play against Colin Powell, who's obviously a very good opponent as well. So, that's the reason that Amit is probably down here with me. He's got 4 units of Dread Legionnaires in core, which is quite the thing that jumps out most, I think. Which is obviously quite cool. Small units of scoring, really. He's got 1 unit of Repeater Bow Legion Auxiliaries, which is nice, auxiliaries. He's got a Alchemy Templar Gate, much like me, set up with 2 Aether icons. He's got a Warlock Outcast with Cosmo, so 2 battles in a row going against the Cosmo Wizard. And I am a Cosmo Wizard. So,
and double Binding Scroll.
And double Binding Scroll again. So 2 battles, 4 Binding Scrolls for me.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, really. Then let's not forget about the Beastmaster on a dragon. I mean, it's old news, really. not really at all.
Big old
a lot
boy.
of people in Dread Elves are saying that the dragon isn't really playable because you can't take him on a Warlock Outcast and be the general anymore. But obviously the Beastmaster has some nifty little rules like gigantic models within 12 inches get to maximize their stomp and opponents minimize their stomp. So there are some quite cool rules with the Beastmaster. That's the case no matter what he's mounted on. So the fact that he's on a dragon is quite scary. And obviously Hero's Heart. He, much like me, has gone the Black Cloak route and he's got 5 units of Black Cloaks. I've got 3 units of 6, so I win that one, Amit.
You win.
And he's gone with Hydra Kraken instead of double Kraken, which is obviously what a lot of my practice games was, 1 and 1. So, yeah. And I shouldn't forget the 2 Dread Knights as well. He's got 2 Dread Knights with champion.
You should not forget.
So he is not going with.
I think they're great, by the way.
He's just going all for the charge. So,
big love for the Dread Knights.
I think Dread Knights are amazing. Yeah. Now, obviously, we played on Warhall, as we've mentioned, and that meant that the terrain, the Loch Ness, wasn't pre-set up for us, which meant we kind of had to do a best job, really. This is what we agreed on playing. Ed, tournament organizer, was quite happy with us doing it on Warhall, and he was quite happy with us making the terrain, so long as both players were happy. This was a pretty quick job at making the terrain, and it possibly is less water than it possibly should have been. But me and Amit were both happy to do that as a very quick solution. So, it does look a bit weird. You've got two obstacles instead of a river, either side of the big lakes in the middle. But it's pretty symmetrical, and we were happy with it. So it's all good. So that was making terrain. You can see our armies are on either side of the board as well. I think we go into deployment next. Yeah. So I dropped 4 first turn. Again.
Nice.
Which is your thing, Ooh,
I'm really rubbing off on you, aren't
I? Oh, yeah, something like that. I set up on the line, really. I've got obviously they scout, but the black cloaks are in the field, which means they can get within 12 inches of stuff. And I've got the Judicators with the Outcasts on the left-hand side. In the middle with the Divine Altar, the Crucible of Slaughter, is Judicators there. And then I've got the other 2 Militants on the right-hand sides, both with a Templar Gate in each. 2 Krakens following up behind. I wanted to be a little bit away with the Krakens because he's got Quicksilver Lash. And although that is only wounding on 4s, it's still pretty decent. So, yeah, I didn't want to get too close to it. And he's got Black Cloaks as well.
Yeah,
and therefore will rip through my Krakens, just like mine would potentially rip through some of his stuff. I got my Harpies sitting in reserve. This is after my movement, in fact, I think, isn't it? This is. So, yeah, moving on to the movement. I moved my Black Cloaks up to try and kill his Black Cloaks. That was my sole intention in my turn 1 and getting the first shot, basically. So my 2 units on the left are trying to shoot off that 1 unit of 5 and maybe even panic the others, which would be amazing. My unit on the right is trying to shoot into the flank of his other Black Cloak unit in the forest. I knew they'd get, they'd have the hard target 1, which would mean I'd be hitting on 4s. But what I thought at the time was because I was in their flank, he didn't get cover. Unfortunately, he did. But we'll get to that in a minute, probably. So, yeah. Next Piccio. In Magic, I get a big phase straight away. And I get Altered Sight off on the one on the far left. Which means I hit on 3s with that unit, 4s with the other unit.
Yeah, it's decent.
Pretty cool. So I'm very much hoping to kill that unit of Black Cloaks. In my shooting, I shoot into the forest. This is where Amit tells me that he does get cover because his central model is in the forest.
Okay. I did think it was of the front facing.
Yeah, I thought it was because I was in the flank and that model was very much out the forest. He didn't get cover. But Amit knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to know, it's going to be Team Captain of England. So, yeah, he got cover. And I only killed 1 Black Cloak, which is really
What would it have mattered?
Well, it would have been nice to even cause a panic test. He hasn't got his general or his BSB over there.
Yeah. No, but I mean with the rolls, would the rolls just rubbish or?
I didn't get any poison. I know that for a fact because he wouldn't have an armor save.
Yeah.
So 12 shots and I didn't roll any 6s. And I was
mate.
Oh yeah. I was hitting on 5s because of cover and hard target. So yeah,
only 1.
That is a bit of a blow there. I do kill 1 unit on this side though. So there's that, and he passes his panic on the other. And this is after him moving in his turn. So he's basically going to use the rest of the 1 remaining unit he has to fire back at me, really.
Sure.
He declares this charge with his spear elves. I expected it because I knew that was going to come. Obviously, I was trying to be in the flank of his Black Cloaks, which is why I wanted to accept that charge, really. Overview of how it looks at the end of my movement. So yeah, I think we've already seen my movement actually. So yeah,
this is his movement.
Oh, this is his movement. Cool. Yes, it would be. Yeah. Thank you. Getting me back on track.
That's right.
Yeah. So he fails to charge with his spears on the right hand side and moves his black cloaks to shoot at my black cloaks. He's only got 4 now. Pretty cagey in the middle, really. He's not coming at me at all. He's holding his lines. He has got those 2 Raptor units or Dread Knight units on the hill.
Yeah.
Or one of them on the hill at least. The other one might be slightly off of it. But re-rolling their charge, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah,
so yeah,
sure.
they can cause a lot of hurt. One thing he's done that's quite cool, you can just about see it behind the hill, is he's put his outcast and that unit of I don't know what that unit is of. Is it just Dread Knight? What?
Auxiliaries?
Maybe? No, that's his raiding beasts, raiding party.
Oh, okay.
He's actually facing towards the left-hand side, towards my black cloaks.
All right, cool.
And that means he's within exactly the right distance that he needs to be to get spells off.
Magic.
Yeah.
And he does.
He gets ice and fire and kills 4 black cloaks and panics the rest.
Ugh.
Fortunately, my other unit doesn't panic.
Yeah.
Which is at least something. But yeah, in terms of black cloak versus black cloak, I'm 1 black cloak up at the moment, but wait for it. Because his other black cloaks is the surviving black cloaks now shoot at mine. Whereas I killed not that many. His 5 kill 4 of mine.
So, how many of the units did you kill with each of yours? When you did?
I had 12 black cloaks and killed 5.
But did you do them all at the same time?
Of my 12?
Yeah, so because you had 2 units.
No. I suppose 1 unit did kill 1 unit actually. Yeah. The other unit couldn't shoot for a bit.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. So, but I'm definitely losing that battle over there.
Yeah.
And I also lose 2 black cloaks to his 4 shooting here.
Yeah.
Which is more than my 6 did.
Yeah.
So, that's annoying as well. So that is his shooting.
Oh, no,
is it my turn now? Yeah, my movement. I rallied my black cloaks on the right hand side, so that's something. But they are shaken, so they can't shoot, which is a shame. I'm keeping my Krakens back, even though the Black Cloak War is ongoing. Because Amit was trying to Quicksilver Lash my Kraken in the middle. And that's quite nasty. So I need to bide my time with my monsters, really. I moved my militants with the altar in range of the hold the centre. And I'm keen to not march, so I don't have to take dangerous terrain tests.
Yeah.
So I have got my militants now within 6 inches of the middle.
Both of them, or?
No, just I think it might be both of them actually. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Judicators just move up a little bit as well. Biding my time. I don't really want both of those Dread Knights charging me.
Yeah.
Because that would hurt. I think he's agility 6 basic with Dread Knights, which is amazing. They're basically obsidian guards on
they're really good. They're really good. And 2 attacks each with them in the mount. I think it's nice.
Very much so. Very much so. In Magic, I get +1 strength on my Judicators, which means maybe he's less inclined to charge me.
And you kill off some Black Cloaks?
Oh, yes, and I ice and fire his Black Cloaks. So, on that side, my 2 Black Cloaks have out-survived his 2 Black Cloaks. But not to the extent that I was hoping. I was really hoping that by getting turn 1, I'd be able to kill them before and then go on to do something else.
Sure.
As it is, I've only got 2 left and it's not great. So I think that's all at Magic. And then we go on to Amit's turn 2. And I was killing myself. I was kicking myself because what have I done here, Tom? What have I done? How have I allowed a dragon in my flank?
Looks like quite a way as well.
Yeah.
Got a bit of space. Yeah, that's not your best.
That's not my best move at all. I've allowed a dragon to get in my flank, and that's scary. That's really scary.
He's pounced. He's pounced.
Exactly, and you can see the rest of his line. No need to move. Amit's got all the time in the world. He wasn't bothered about me potentially claiming the objective in my turn 2. He was more than happy to let me go 1-0 up, as this shows. That's a really nice line that he's got going.
Yeah. There's like a no man's land in the middle.
Exactly. And similar to your one in that respect. Maybe that was the map that encourages that, really. So he gets Quicksilver Lash and does 2 wins to my Kraken here. He keeps on moving forward and I keep moving back. And 24 inches is long enough to get him. So
yeah,
there's that. Shooting, he continues to get the better of this unit. So this one is definitely going his way. I do pass my panic, which is something. But yeah, there's that.
It's just an overview, isn't it?
Magic, I guess.
Oh yeah.
He got Altered Sight on his. We're both using Cosmo, so it's hard to tell who spells who.
Yeah.
He gets Altered Sight on his auxiliaries, and they shoot into the Judicators, kill 5. Because that's easy shooting. Yeah, magic on shooting those. And then he goes into my turn 3. I have no choice really but to back up my Judicators. It was too long a charge to fail. If I failed the charge with the Judicators, the dragon in my rear, 2 knights in my front, even potentially a Hydra in the flank if I get really unlucky.
Yeah. I
had to back up my Judicators and really lose ground from my mistake, basically. I mean, the dragon is now in my front, but it's a real opportunity wasted with my Judicators by letting that dragon in my flank. Like I say, I'm 1-0 up from the objective, and I've got my militant units sitting in the middle. I'll be honest with you, I have no intention of going near Amit's lines.
Yeah.
No intention whatsoever. I plan on claiming the objective and holding my ground. I was more than happy that he wasn't challenging at this stage. But at the same time,
what is this? What are the distances to get into both your units?
Not far. I mean, it's an auto charge into the Judicators, but it's not far to get into the militants.
Okay.
What is this?
Maybe magic? Do you kill
my turn?
Some gargoyles?
No.
His turn.
Don't know. Let's see. I do know. No. Couldn't tell you. I've got written down Dread of Magic. Maybe it was just so uneventful.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing important. This is his turn.
Yeah.
His movement. He moves his black cloaks up on the right to shoot at the Kraken. So I very much lost that war. Because the Kraken is now in danger of taking poison shots, which is not ideal. It is in charge range though, and I am on the hill, so there's that. At least. He moves his harpies up to block the Judicators and the militants, and again moves into my flank. He's just not ready to pull the trigger yet, basically.
Yeah, so he's put his Dread Knights a little bit closer as well, isn't he?
They are both now on the hill. They weren't both on the hill before, and now they are. So, the harpies are stopping me from getting to his Dread Knights.
Sure, yeah.
On, really, there's no man's land if I charge. You'll notice the difference between these 2 pictures is unity and divergence.
Yeah.
On the Judicators.
Brutal.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I tried to stop this with all my dice and failed. I literally kept all my dice to dispel this and failed to dispel it.
Ouch.
Yeah, massive ouch. I've lost half my Judicators. Even if I wasn't in such a bind with that dragon in my flank and the harpies chaffing me, this doesn't make it any better.
No.
So, yeah, not great. He shoots and kills 1 more Judicator just to put the eye on the top.
Yeah.
Icing on the top of the cake. And his Black Cloaks fortunately only do 1 win to my Kraken. So that's the bonus. I mean, he is hitting me on 4s because of distracting. But yeah. I countercharge it. He holds. He stuns and shoots actually, and does nothing, which is good. So I get into them, which is nice. He won't obviously if he fled, he probably flees off the board. So
yeah, so you may as well try and shoot. Yeah,
exactly. And then what have we got here? This is the end of my movement phase. I'm still very much holding the middle objective. I only need to win 1 more turn to get 3-0 up on the objective.
Yeah.
So this is my turn 4. So if I can win the objective in my turn 4, and I've got both my militant units within 6 inches, then I go 3-0 up, and he can't win the objective. And at that point, I run away.
Yep.
And I thought
Project Runaway with Adjudicators.
Project Runaway with Adjudicators already. They were too small even to take on the dragon if they stand in front of it. So I'm out of line of sight from the dragon. So there's that, which is good. So it definitely is Project Runaway. The Outcast has now joined the Militants. So that's where my Cosmology Wizard is. So she's facing the right way at least.
Yeah.
My Kraken that's taken 2 wounds runs all the way back to try and get out of Quicksilver range.
Yeah.
And I decide to, what I think is an awesome move, to move my Harpies up and chaff his Kraken and 2 of his Spear Elf units.
Yeah, nice.
Because I'm thinking he's got so many scoring units. I really just need to stop his scoring. I need to stop 3 scoring. Well, I need to stop 2 scoring units from getting.
Are they both in the front here?
They are both in the front, yeah.
Could you have put it so that these guys in the centre were in the side?
Unless I did. Maybe I did. I don't know.
That's why I asked. I don't know whether it was. Yeah. Or not.
It won't be relevant, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that too much. But yeah, that would be a good idea to prevent them from overrunning forward.
Benefit of the doubt.
Let's say I did. I made sure they were in the flank. Let's say I did. And yeah, on the right-hand side, I've moved my other militants as far forward as they can to try and take on those 2 units of spheres. I reckon I can take them.
Do you at the same time?
He would be agility. He would be higher.
Okay.
But he's higher even if I charge because of the spear bonus.
Okay, fair enough.
So, not ideal. That matchup isn't great, but I reckon that I can kill a lot of his.
Yeah.
So,
fair play.
That's what I'm hoping for. I get altered sight off on my militants. The only reason I do that is to get the +1 strength.
Yeah.
The altered sight itself doesn't massively help. It does give me +2 offensive skill, which is useful because I'm offensive skill 6. But really, all I really want from that is strength 4.
Yeah.
It was easier to cast than perception strength.
Yeah, and he's going to let it go. So.
Exactly, yeah. I think he might have even binding scrolled at this point. I'm not sure. But yeah. I killed the Black Cloaks, so that's good. So this flank I'm happy with, really, now. Despite losing the Black Cloak war.
Counter charges and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that. But then, I tell you what, Amit is a superb player, and I will never say anything else. It was like he'd pulled the trigger on a gun.
Yeah, man.
1, 2, 3. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns. Amit does pretty much nothing. And then he declares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 charges. Wow.
So what's this number here? Is it 9?
I think it's 9. Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs a 10 on the Knight unit. He needs a 9 from the Hydra. Both Swift Stride, and the Knights are re-rolling.
Yeah.
He needs not much. I think he's auto in with the Dragon. The Kraken and the unit of Spears go in the front of the Harpies. He does not declare that charge with the other Spear unit, either in their flank or front. So that one in the middle is not charging. And then the 2 Spear units on the right are charging my militants.
I have a question.
Okay.
About this unit here.
My militants, yeah. With the Duan Altar, yeah.
Are they stubborn for any reason?
No.
Okay. So these... do you pass your terror, did you say? With the gargoyles?
Yes. I've got my BSB and my general.
Yeah, sure.
So I am rerollable 9.
Interesting. So let's see who gets in. Drum roll, please.
It's the easy ones first.
Easy ones over here.
So they both get in. They all get in, all 4.
Only the dragon.
Only the dragon gets in on my militants.
Right.
And that's massive because obviously if all 3 get in, I think my militants die because his agility is so high.
Yeah.
If 2 of them get in, not great for me. But only the dragon on its own, that's now very interesting for me.
Yeah.
Very interesting indeed. Yes, I'm not stubborn and I'm not steadfast because of the water. I get that. But I needed to stay within range of the objective. I didn't think I could do that without being in the water. So this is as close to being the crunch turn as they come.
Yeah, man. So at the minute, he's moved up his other Dread Knights that didn't fail.
He's moved up the ones that did, and he's also conga lined his unit in the middle to get within 6.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that coming. I didn't think they could do that. And fair play to Amit, because he's now got 2
shenanigans.
It's 2 scoring units each. And what I'm thinking is, we've both got 2 scoring units, right? That means we draw objective in turn 4. And if we draw objective in turn 4, even if he wins in turn 5 and 6, that means a drawn objective.
Yeah, so
it means he can't win.
Yeah.
So I'm actually still okay with this. And it also means I've got turn 5 and 6 to try and win the objective.
Yeah.
Rather than just draw it. So at minimum, I draw if I can keep my 2 units there.
Mm.
Obviously, that does mean fighting the dragon and holding the dragon.
Yes, it comes down to that.
No mean feat, but that is the crux of this turn, basically. There's just I think it's close to the iconic picture as you can get from me when I'm very much trying to get down to business. So
all in it. So
he marches his auxiliaries, who apparently can fire on the march. So
really,
so yeah, those Judicators are probably going to get shot to shizzle.
That's
which
mad.
Isn't ideal.
Yeah,
they're not like troops, but they can fire on the march.
Wow.
Yeah. He Quicksilver lashes and kills that Kraken.
Oh, dead.
Oh, dead.
Killed him dead.
Killed him dead. Proper dead. So that was unfortunate. Fortunately, he only kills 2 Judicators with his shooting.
Are they unwieldy if they do that or anything like that? Is it crossbows they have?
Maybe. They've got repeater bows.
Oh, right.
So
don't know.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Fair play.
I haven't played them yet with Dread Elves, so I don't really remember.
Yeah.
In combat, in Magic, Amit got Glory of Gold off on his one of his unit of spears. I was stopping everything on the dragon. So this combat, I was prepared to hope that my unit could hold so that my Kraken could flank charge. And this is how many I lost.
It's pretty even, 11-10.
Yeah, pretty close. I hold.
Nice.
So I can get my Kraken in. I'm thinking that's all that unit needed to do over there.
But this hasn't been fought yet.
No, it hasn't been fought yet, so just hold off on the going on, because he kills my Harpies and overruns with his Hydra and reforms with his unit that was fighting them. He's moved his Harpies to chaff my militants in the middle as well. Obviously, I'm not really thinking too much about charging them because it depends on what goes on with the dragon and the objective. And I think you can move on to the next one now. Yep.
Oh. Maximize stomp, mate. Oh.
There's a story to tell here, right? On the charge, his Beastmaster is agility 6, I think. Which means his Beastmaster attacks first. That's fine. That's not so much of an issue. My issue is that his dragon is agility lower than everything else.
Yes.
And stomp is lower than everything else.
Of course.
So if there's a chance that I can kill the dragon, I don't get the dragon's attacks and I don't get stomped.
Yeah.
The dragon's got 6 wounds, right? Or has it got 5 wounds? I think it's 6.
6, yeah.
My militants they've got strength 4, and they've got an extra, because of ruthless efficiency, they can wound on 4s. Because they're strength 4. He is now res 5 because of my divine altar. So I would be wounding on 5s, but because of ruthless efficiency, I'm wounding on 4s. I have got a shed load of attacks going into him.
Yeah.
And I do 11 wounds to him.
Nice. He popped your rending banner as well.
I popped my rending banner as well. He has 0 armor saves. I think.
What do you mean 0 armor saves?
Does he? No, he doesn't have any Aegis save, does he?
He doesn't have Aegis, so he's a
No, so
3
he's
up
got
armor save, is what he has.
4 up armor save, because of my rending banner.
Because you rending banner, okay.
Yeah, because he has a 3 up armor to begin with. Rending banner makes it 4
So
up.
it's quite a lot of.
I do 11 wounds to him.
It's quite a lot to save.
Quite a lot to save. He saves 9 out of 11 4 up saves. I was crying. I was crying, and I. What was funny, and I don't blame Amit for doing this because he probably felt my pain. As soon as he made that save, he was on to the next thing in the battle. Like literally, he was on to right. Let's do my dragon attacks. And I was like, no, hang on a minute, I need to deal with this. Oh, he had 6 wounds, right? So I have 11 saves on a 4 up. It could have gone either way. He could have failed 6 or he could have failed 5 on average. And if he only fails 5, then he survives. But man,
but even if you do 5, you got 5 wounds standard, rank 2 ranks.
Yeah, 2 ranks. Yeah.
So
more ranks because I haven't died from the dragon yet. But yes, I've got a decent combat res. But only doing 2 wounds. I mean, even if I did a few more wounds for combat res, you know what I mean? Saving 9 out of 11 was just horrible. It would
have been 4 down horrible. Rather than whatever it is.
Yeah. His dragon goes to town, rolls loads for his stomp, and kills loads. And
breath weapon as well?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he did, Yeah, so I was feeling very sore after that 9 saves from Amit.
They got away.
No, they didn't.
Oh
yeah, no, they did. They did get away. You're right. Yeah, they did. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got away. And I mean, I don't know why my outcast was doing that at the front. That was just
a bug for Warhall, yeah.
But, that was just whatever. You knew where she
was. Ouch! The crutch turn.
That was the important one. It really was. And yeah, like I say. Over here, of course, it is positive in that I got my Kraken into the side of his spheres, so that's good. And I do decide to charge my militants into the harpies. I know that I lost that objective that turn, in turn 4, because he had 2 and I only had 1, which was gutting as well for the same reasons. So that dragon combat was really important.
Yeah.
So I decided to take out the harpies and hopefully go on a bit of a rampage, really.
Yeah, so you're just hoping to draw the objective now, realistically.
Pretty much, yeah. Or find a way of clinging on, which is unlikely. And this going into my magic phase, I think I rally my militants, which is something at least. So they're standing in front of the dragon. But don't know if I got much magic off. Did I? Yes, I got perception of strength on my militants fighting the harpies, so that whatever counter charges them, because obviously Amit's got a Dread Knight unit, a Hydra, a Kraken, lots that could go for me. But what you'll notice on the right hand side is we've done combat, and
smoosh.
Kraken comes in and does an awesome job on them. I decimate that unit on the right hand side, the spear unit on the right hand side, and kill it outright. But because it's 2 units that I'm fighting, the Kraken doesn't move up to fight the other unit.
Into the other combat. Yeah, he would overrun at the end, wouldn't he?
Yeah. The Kraken counts as out of combat.
Yeah.
Which means I can't overrun with it. I can't pursue with it. Because he's not...
Yeah, he can't pursue. You could overrun at this point, but...
Yeah. But yeah, I rolled... I think I rolled a double 1.
Right. Oh, no.
With my militants, I think. Because I don't reform them. I try and kill that unit and then reform in the forest, basically.
Yeah.
Or come at him later. Because I've lost a fair few militants there. That unit isn't very strong at all. So yeah, that was good. Oh no, I do reform actually. I let them go. All right, fair enough. What I did is I killed the harpies as well. But what I do is I think I chose the order of that combat the wrong way round. Because what I did was I failed to have my militants and my Kraken on the right support my unit in the middle.
Right, sure, yeah.
I'm very much going alone with both units.
Yeah.
Which I think was my mistake there. Yeah.
Oof.
And I also have moved my Judicators around to go back towards his auxiliaries, because I figure if I can try and kill the auxiliaries and the outcast.
He's not holding back now, is he?
Amit's pulling the trigger multiple times. He's on burst fire at the moment.
Double barrel shotgun.
Yeah, absolutely. He charges the Dread Knights on the left into the Divine Altar with the dragon. Charges the Hydra, the Kraken, and that spear unit into the flank of my militants. Ouch.
Yeah.
And the Dread Knights go into the Judicators as well. There's not many Judicators left.
Yeah.
Gets in. No questions about that.
Yeah. Gets in with everything.
With the Dread Knights. Everything's coming in.
Oh.
And yeah, not looking great. Not looking great for me. I don't remember what did 2 wounds to the Kraken or how long that's been there. His Kraken, that is.
Yeah.
But either way, that's going into magic. He gets Glory of Gold on the dragon. I mean, that's not going to go well this time round because I've just got no attacks. I try to stop Perception of Strength on his unit in the flank.
Yeah.
And fail on all my dice. So basically, I let off Altered Sight on the Dread Knights and I let off Glory of Gold on the dragon
3
to try
spells.
and stop Perception of Strength, and he gets it off.
There's so much salt going in your wound. There.
So much salt. And I was trying to keep my cool,
Yeah.
I say, but I mean, Amit was like apologising for how much it was going his way. Every roll was hitting me down, and he goes through the Judicators without even breaking a sweat. Kills the militants in the Divine Altar without any problem. No issues with that. Goes through these guys. I barely kill anything with my militants.
Yeah.
And he overruns and kills them all. And from being in the position I was in when the dragon charged me.
Yes, changed so quickly.
This picture, how much of that is my stuff?
Yeah. That's mental.
2 units on the right hand side. And I've got 1 black cloak hiding in the corner.
Oh yeah, down here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. How much I've lost in that last turn and a bit.
Yeah.
In my last magic phase, I do Quicksilver Lash and managed to do a wound on the Kraken, but it's not enough to get half points. Final picture.
Oh, buddy.
Amit tries to push for the extra tournament point. Spoiler, I'm currently holding on to a 91. He doesn't quite manage it, and it's a 19-1.
119. The bad Dark Elves, Dread Elves won.
The bad guys definitely won this battle.
Yeah.
And it all stemmed from that 9 out of 11 armor saves. It really did. I can't help but think about what might have been.
Yeah, I guess if they hold, right? If the dragon goes down.
If the dragon goes down, I don't know whether it's probably not easy to flick back to that picture to see what the situation was. Epilepsy warning, folks. Where is it? One forward. There you go. Go for or the one back.
One back.
This one. Right. If that armor save goes slightly worse for Amit and I kill the dragon, which on average could have gone either way, 5 or 6 wounds, right?
So he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
But not all 11 of those were before the dragon struck.
Yeah.
So
if you kill the dragon, it's combat res is irrelevant anyway.
Yes,
and then it's your turn to next.
And it's my turn 4 coming up. So bearing in mind where his units were, my militant unit, I draw the objective in turn 4, and my militant unit can now charge his Dread Knights.
Probably in the flank.
Or can charge his small unit of
Are Dread Knights fearless?
Yes. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, so he could flame, but either way, I'm looking really, really strong if I kill that dragon. I think.
Yeah.
I think. Bearing in mind, I kill the unit on the right as well.
But if you kill the dragon, the Dread Elves have to test as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think everything stemmed on him saving 9 out of 11 4-ups.
Yeah.
I mean, if he only saves
6,
if he saves 6 of them, he has 1 wound left. Then I think combat res is enough to give me a chance to hold.
So you did 2, so it's plus 3 to whatever. So You have 1 rank, 2 ranks, and a banner. Plus
yes.
2 at the minute, which is 5.
Yeah, so add another 3 to that is 8.
Is 8. So 3, 6, 9, 11. So you'd be down by 3, 4 for a charge. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So I've got a chance of passing that with a BSB nearby. And
It's him, isn't it? This guy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a rerollable 5, which is not great, but it's a chance of me passing it.
Yeah.
Even if I don't kill the dragon.
Oh man.
But anyway, that's how a battle can go, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy.
And much like with Jeff in round 1, when the altar passed all 4 of its 4 pages saves, goes the other way, takes 4 wounds, and the battle's in my favour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not that one. I was losing that one really badly. But this one, I honestly feel like if I kill the dragon,
or stick, I think. If you stick, then you at least get an extra 3 tournament points, right?
Oh, easy. Well, the dragon's 1,000 points on his own.
Yeah, but like if you just stick rather than kill him, even if he'd do that.
I'd kill him in the next turn because it's my turn.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I just think that was hard to
clutch.
Yeah, I think if I do 5 wounds instead of 2, or even 4 wounds, I feel a bit better. It's all about me holding.
So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd know that being steadfast would have been better, but yeah.
Could you have done it so you were steadfast?
No, the water was too much water
Nessie.
at that stage. Yeah. But like I said at the start, Amit was a great opponent. He was a gent throughout, a touch of class in everything he did. Every magic spell that he did was like within 0.2 of an inch of where it needed to be, range-wise. So it was a masterclass on how to command your army playing against him. He didn't pull the trigger until turn 4 because he didn't need to. And man, did that trigger get pulled.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, he won the objective because of it and absolutely decimated me. And I ended up with very few points. So.
Fair play.
So well played, Amit. I'm on 2 points. Not great. I am not quite on the bottom because fortunately someone else has got 0, who I will be playing next. So there's that bottom of the table clash for me.
Yeah,
and I don't mind that.
Only ways up.
That, exactly. Playing Jeff and Amit, 2 very good opponents. Not an easy round 1 or round 2. Disappointed I didn't get a few more points.
Yeah,
but you got to just suck it up, haven't you? So there you go.
There we go.
Let me know what you think about that. Am I justifiably a little bit disappointed to have come out with a thrashing? Bearing in mind, I also failed to dispel two critical spells with all my dice as well during that game. Just another add a little bit of songs.
Yeah, right. So the answer is yes. If you could put that in the comments, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Yeah. But don't worry, I'm going to forget it all again and start again in round 3.
Let's go.
So
let's go.
And guess who I'm against in round 3? Lucky Sixes.
Well, I know.
Someone I practiced against.
Yes. Ooh, we'll leave it there for that.
Ooh, okay.
Spoiler. Like, share, subscribe. Send some hugs and kisses.
Need 'em.
And we'll see you for the next battle report.
Definitely will. How could you leave it now? You've got to watch the rest.
I know. Stay tuned.
It's worth it. Honestly.
See you later.